Broadcast is live.
Here we go. Welcome to BGI's Entrepreneur Spotlight, and we are featuring Kar from the Biz Mixer and minikcreatuions.
Hi,
so, Kar, tell us our community about you and who you are and what you do.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Karlena, and I am the founder of minikcreatuions, which is an event planning company that works with busy professionals and organizations to pretty much bring the magic of events to life. And outside of that, I host an event called the Biz Mixer. So it's focused on bringing creatives and entrepreneurs together so that they can learn and network together. And now has been an interesting time because you're kind of moving all of that magic online. So with great success. So it's been good. It's been good. So my life is events. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. So how have you been supporting your clients through this time?
I think firstly, really just having conversations with them. So right after all of this kind of transpired, we kind of reached out to all of our clients to open our calendar to just sit down and talk with them and just have conversations and kind of see where they're at and what their plans were. A lot of them had large scale events that they were planning for this year that won't be able to happen. So talking about what we can do in the meantime. So whether, depending on the size of the event, whether we can move that virtually or if it's just too big of an event to try and execute virtually, which not every event can easily transpire over to virtual. Right. Just thinking about what they can do to keep their audiences engaged in the meantime, so their audiences and communities aren't just left by the wayside until further notice. So just working with clients to see what their goals are, what we want to achieve, and building out what their new event plan can be based on what they want to accomplish.
Oh, amazing. Awesome. Now, what platforms, like I know you did an event this Saturday that I was also at, a virtual event, and what was that like?
Yeah, it was a really cool platform. So for that event, it was a conference that is typically run across 3 cities over Ontario. So it's Canadian Small Business Women. So they do signature events and a big expo every year. So with that event, we always have vendors, speakers, and workshops and networking. So we wanted to find a platform that could really bring all of those elements into one place where people kind of had that feeling of moving through different spaces that they would at the event. So we used a platform called Hopin. That's Hopin. So if anyone is kind of like looking at platforms, I can definitely reach out to me. I have done a lot of research and have seen a lot of the different platforms. So I'm more than happy to suggest platforms for people if they're looking for platforms. But essentially that platform allowed us to have a full trade show element. So vendors could actually have their businesses showcased and attendees could actually have one-on-one meetings with them to kind of learn more about their business. We had speed networking. So people that wanted to do one-on-one speed networking with people, we had that set up. There were workshops and there was this main stage. So there was different elements and spaces that were created virtually through the platform that allowed us to emulate what that feeling would be in real life. And that's one thing that I tell people, when you're thinking about moving your live event to a virtual event, you really got to consider what are the key elements and features that your audience is used to at your events. And when you're choosing your platform, can your platform support that vision? So not really looking at what platform to use, think about what your event actually wants to achieve and then find the platform. Because I know sometimes people are like, oh, like what platform should I use to do my event? It's like, okay, well, what do you want to accomplish at your event? What elements do you want to have? Then look at what platforms fit. So it's not like you trying to shove a square into a circle hole. It's like, think about what platform is going to best suit your needs.
Awesome. Now, what events do you have coming up for yourself for the Biz Mixer? And
so
then what you're doing?
Yeah, so for us, we're actually doing what we've launched this year is the Biz Mixer workshops. So these are smaller, more intimate workshops with experts throughout the industry that will teach on relevant topics to your business. So on Saturday, the 25th at 5 p.m., we are hosting a 25-person workshop that's going to be focused on people-to-people marketing. So really looking at marketing from the perspective of not really about the vanity metrics. So it's not about the likes and the comments that you get. It's less about how many people see your content, but more about the impact that you can make. Right. And when you focus on the impact that you make for the people that you actually want to work with, then you are thinking about those people. You're not thinking about, oh, I want 1,000 people to view this content. But if those 1,000 people are not your client, then it's like 1,000 eyes that just saw your content for no just reason. To like it. Like there's no engagement, right? Right. So with that, we're gonna have an expert. She's been working in marketing for over 15 years between Europe and here in Canada, working with businesses to focus on how to have that content piece and tell a story through your business and how you can use your story and the values of your business and who you are to attract your ideal clients. So she's gonna be doing more of like a one-on-one session with everyone there. You'll be able to get your questions about your specific business answered. And for anyone that attends the workshop, she's actually opening up her calendar to do one-on-one marketing clinics at Pay What You Can, for you to figure out your specific marketing needs. So if after the workshop you find I still have some issue with my marketing plan that I want to hash out, she's opening her calendar to attendees at the workshop to get more one-on-one help. So it's going to be like a really great value. So it's kind of like you do one workshop and you'll get support after the event too. So so it's really good.
I find after you do those things, you always have like 10 million questions.
Yeah.
Right? So it's really good that she's opened it up so that you have the opportunity to connect with her after.
Yeah.
Especially because there's no in-person, you can't ask her right there.
Yeah. Right? So that workshop is going to be really focused on like group activities and actually practicing your marketing. So coming up with your marketing plan and testing it amongst the other attendees. So there's going to be it's going to be very an interactive session, but then also having the opportunity to do that one-on-one, I think is super valuable.
Right.
Nice. Yeah. So that's the workshop on Saturday. And our big virtual signature event is going to be on May the 30th. So that's the last Saturday of next month. And we're going to be focusing on branding, how to build a community around your brand, and influencer marketing. So there's going to be 3 speakers that are going to be sharing their knowledge, myself included, because it was a part of the deal that I had to speak to. So I'm going to be sharing how I've used events and building a community around my brand to actually help accelerate and become an authority figure in my industry. So just really valuable things that we can all use. So whether you're looking to and grow your personal brand, or you're looking to grow your business brand, or you want to work with influencers and you want to leverage influencers through your marketing strategy. All of those things are going to be touched on from some people that really know what they're talking about. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
This is actually the time to like educate and expand your knowledge, and whatever you had on your list and was kept on putting it off. This is the time to like actually. That's like one of my things. So I'm going to be there 100%.
Yeah.
Those are the areas that I want to work on for myself.
And this is the time to kind of get clarity too. So if you didn't have the time to really do that inner business development work, this is a time to really refine what your message is going to be, how you want to engage your audience, who you want to work with, how you're going to work with them. So figuring all those plans and strategies out now, so that when we have that catapult that's going to happen, once we're able to go back to normal business, what will that new chapter look like for you? And I think it really comes down to being prepared. So that's why we're really focusing on bringing content that will help develop those areas that I think for many of us fall by the wayside. We sometimes get caught up working in our business and just getting the things done and not doing the development things. Pushed by the wayside. So just focusing on that development and how we can come up with new strategies to make us better. So yeah.
Which leads to, what was your goal in 2020?
Oh yeah, my goal in 2020.
Yeah.
I really wanted to work in 3 different cities this year for events. So I wanted to plan events in different cities that would allow me to travel. Obviously, I'm not able to do that right now until further notice. So I kind of adjusted my goal to wanting to make an impact on 3 different areas in the world. And it's been great. It's a great opportunity right now to do that because there's no boundaries and no borders now to community. So being able to open that up to people in the Caribbean and people in the UK and people that are across North America, it's been a really great experience to be able to connect with other people and potentially get people from other countries to give their insights to information that's relevant as business owners. And one cool exercise that we did, we actually launched a Spotify playlist for the community, where people that are in the community can actually add songs, their favorite songs, to this collaborative playlist online. And we launched it on Friday. There's about 13 hours of music on there right now. Ooh. And I counted yesterday, we've hit 6 different continents. So we had people from Indonesia, people from Australia, the UK, South America, North America, all over are submitting music to this playlist. So it's really a great feeling that music brings people together, and we love music at the Biz Mixer. If you've ever been to one, there's always good music. So having that other piece of like engaging communities through another medium has been a really good experiment that I don't think we probably would have thought of if we still had live events that we were doing and we're focusing more on that.
Right.
So it's been a good opportunity. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what I see this experience that we're going through is an opportunity to, advance your business, advance your skills, to grow, to do some self-development. I feel like I don't see it as a crisis. I see it as a huge opportunity.
Yeah, it's an opportunity if you take it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And that's not to say that I didn't have my moment of being super upset, because in the span of maybe 48 hours, I was laid off from the exhibit that I was working on. Right. The contract that I had signed for the venue that I was working at for the summer, that's like, they're not open, so I can't work there.
Right.
So there was a moment of, okay, so what am I going to do? Like, I don't know. Like, everywhere is just kind of shutting down. So then it just really forced me to get creative and think about, okay, well, what skills have you been practicing that you can kind of leverage? And I've kind of found my groove. And I was talking about this at the event on Saturday, that really being intentional online especially has really helped, because through sharing what I do and connecting with people and building relationships online, I was actually able to work on a bunch of different opportunities with people from other countries through this time. So I'm like keeping busy and refining my skills even throughout what's happening here, just because, showing up and continuing to be dedicated to the audience and the community. So I'm just learning. Have the parachute open, we can build it on the way down.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Amazing. So, what do I want to tell you? So, just to let our viewers know that Karlena has an event this weekend. The link will be provided as soon as our live is over, so you can go check out the event, get your spot, because there's only 25 spots left. And as Big Girl Interrupted continues to share a piece of the pie with everybody, if you're an entrepreneur that wants to be spotlighted, please connect with me. And you can also have the opportunity to connect with Karlena. We're teaming up to do this and share our piece of the pie and expand our communities and help you expand yours. So please reach out to us, and we'll connect you and take you along this entrepreneur journey, and help you build our community.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome. And let everyone know I have opened up my calendar for the whole of May. If you are thinking about doing a virtual event and you want to brainstorm some ideas, get some recommendations for a platform to use, or if you have any event questions, I'm doing that completely complimentary, because I love the people at Big Girl Interrupted. And I just want to be able to help people, because I know it's super overwhelming if you're trying to plan something and you don't have the resources, or you're just not sure where to start. So definitely feel free to reach out.
Yes, reach out.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.